6:49, time for the morning rush. CYFD is now facing a new lawsuit claiming that the agency failed to stop ongoing abuse that led to the death of a teen with special needs. In 2022, Dora Espinosa brought her 16-year-old daughter, who was blind and nonverbal, to UNM Hospital, but the teen was already dead. The suit says the CYFD started investigating the family back in 2015, receiving 8 reports of suspected abuse and neglect, but failed to intervene.
The man APD says fired the shot that led to the police chief getting into a crash is waking up behind bars this morning. Police say 49-year-old Michael Mountjoy shot a gun during a fight with a man. Chief Medina says he sped off to avoid the gunshot and crashed into a car, injuring the driver. Mountjoy is facing several state charges, including negligent use of a deadly weapon. Erica.
Here's a look at our school day forecast. Make sure that you're grabbing the rain jacket and the rain boots, even the umbrella this morning. It's cool and we're seeing rain. And by this afternoon, we could see some thunderstorms with cooler temperatures, so you'll want to keep that rain jacket around.
The New Mexico Attorney General is filing a lawsuit against the 2nd Judicial District Court after it refused to release public records to News 13. Investigative reporter Larry Barker was denied his request for GPS data to investigate the effectiveness of pretrial services GPS monitoring. Attorney General Raul Torres says this is a direct violation of the act that ensures the public is informed.
The NRA is now challenging New Mexico's firearm waiting period law in a new lawsuit. The state's Waiting Period Act went into effect yesterday, introducing a 7-day waiting period after someone purchases a gun before they can take it home. In the lawsuit, the NRA claims that the act violates the Second Amendment right to bear arms. Erica.
And here's a look at our threat index. It is high today as we'll be seeing scattered showers and storms throughout the day. Severe storms possible in southeast New Mexico with damaging wind gusts and small hail, and even a threat of burn scar flooding in the northern and southern mountains.
The new electric shuttle at the Albuquerque Biopark is up and running. It seats about 45 people and takes roughly 15 minutes on a scenic route that is past Tingley Beach and the Bosque. That project includes including 2 shuttles and infrastructure improvements, cost about $1.6 million.
The Albuquerque Sign Language Academy is asking for help to complete its new multi-million-dollar facility within the next couple of years. The state is paying for 90% of the $32 million price tag, while the school pays for the other 10%. Right now, it's trying to raise $3 million. They are hoping to have students and staff in the new facility by the 2026-27 school year. Erica.
Traffic, the maps are currently looking clear. No accidents or slowdowns. Let's keep it that way. As you can see over the Big I, it is very wet on the roadway. Lots of spray coming up from the cars traveling.
A stay-at-home dad in South Carolina is making a dinner menu out of a peculiar food that he often finds in his yard. John Wicker makes YouTube videos where he showcases popular dishes, but with cicadas as the centerpiece. The stay-at-home chef's treats range from pigs in a blanket to cicada pralines. Wicker says he hopes his curiosity inspires others to see what they can find in their own backyard.
Time now for the 5 facts.
At number 5, the new electric shuttle at the Albuquerque Biopark is up and running. That seats about 45 people and takes them on a roughly 15-minute scenic route that is past Tingley Beach and the Bosque. Staff says that the shuttle was built in Portugal, which is one of the reasons why the project took a while. That project, including 2 shuttles and infrastructure improvements, that cost $1.6 million.
At number 4, the Volcano Vista High School baseball team will enter its next season on a warning following a heated exchange against Los Lunas at the state championship game. Yesterday, the New Mexico Activities Association announced 1 strike has been given against the team and another against the fans. If Volcano Vista gets a 2nd strike next season, their season will end. If the fans get another strike, they will not be permitted to view any more games for the remainder of the season.
At number 3, we'll be seeing those showers and thunderstorms throughout the day today, and temperatures will only be staying in the 50s and 60s as we head into the afternoon. Make sure you're grabbing your rain gear as you're stepping out the door.
At number 2, APD says they've arrested the man who fired a gun that led to the police chief getting into a crash. Chief Harold Medina was in an unmarked truck near Central and Alvarado in February when police say 49-year-old Michael Mountjoy shot a gun during a fight with a man. The chief says he sped off to avoid the gunshot and crashed into a car, injuring the driver. According to a criminal complaint, investigators got an anonymous tip this week saying Mountjoy was involved in that shooting. Mountjoy is now facing several state charges, including negligent use of a deadly weapon.
And at number 1, CYFD is now facing a new lawsuit this morning, claiming the agency failed to stop ongoing abuse that led to the death of a teen with special needs. 2022, Dora Espinosa brought her 16-year-old daughter, who was blind and nonverbal, to UNM Hospital, but the teen was already dead. Detectives with the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office say that the family's home near Central and Trisco was filthy. Investigators also say that the 16-year-old had maggots on her body and was just 34 pounds at the time of her death. Espinosa is currently awaiting trial on child abuse charges. Well, now the teen's estate is suing CYFD, claiming that the agency could have done more to stop the abuse.